Bismillahir-Rahmanir-Rahim. Ramadan, the sacred month of mercy, forgiveness, and divine connection, a time when millions of Muslims worldwide abstain from food and drink, seeking Allah's pleasure. But here's a haunting question most never dare to ask. What if your fasting, your sleepless nights, your dry throat, your empty stomach isn't actually bringing you closer to Jannah? The Prophet Muhammad delivered a warning that shakes the soul. There are people who fast yet gain nothing from their fasting except hunger and thirst. Ibn Majah. Let that sink in. Imagine fasting every day of Ramadan, enduring the grind, only to be denied Allah's mercy. Why? Because fasting is not just about hunger. It's about the state of your heart, your actions, and your sincerity. Before the crescent moon of Shawwal arrives, let's uncover the 5 types of fasters who risk losing paradise despite their sacrifices. And crucially, let's ensure we are not among them. Chapter 1. The gossiper who fasts with a poisoned tongue. Let's confront an uncomfortable truth. Fasting while backbiting, slandering, or spreading gossip is like building a palace on quicksand. You feel the hunger, you pride yourself on restraint, yet your tongue drips venom, tearing apart others' honor. The Prophet said, "Whoever does not abandon false speech and evil actions, Allah has no need of them abandoning food and drink." Bukhari. Think about it. Allah, the Most High, rejects the fast of someone who starves their body but feeds their ego through gossip. Every whispered rumor, every judgmental comment, every "did you hear about?" isn't just a sin. It's a demolition of your Ramadan. Visual, a time-lapse of a person praying, their Salah light dimming as gossip clouds their heart. The Prophet warned, a person may utter a single word that pleases Allah. Unaware, it elevates them to heights of Jannah. And a person may utter a word that angers Allah. Unaware, it hurls them into the depths of Jahannam. Tirmidhi. Ask yourself, is that juicy story worth your place in paradise? Is your temporary satisfaction worth eternal regret? Control your tongue, or your fast is a hollow ritual. 2. The prayer neglector. Fasting without Salah. Here's a reality check. Fasting without praying is like offering a priceless gift, wrapped in garbage. You meticulously plan suhoor, track hydration times, yet abandon the very pillar that connects you to Allah, Salah. The Prophet said, "The covenant between us and them is Salah. Whoever abandons it has disbelieved." Ahmad. Tirmidhi. Visual, a clock ticking through prayer times as someone ignores Adhan. Allah says in the Quran, "Woe to those who pray but are heedless of their prayers, those who pray only to be seen." Quran 107:4-6. Fasting without Salah is hypocrisy. You starve your body to please Allah but ignore His direct command to stand before Him 5 times a day. The Prophet revealed, the first deed question on Judgment Day will be Salah. If it is sound, the rest will be sound. If it is rotten, the rest will be rotten. Tabarani. Let this truth terrify you into action. No fast, no charity, no Hajj, nothing will compensate for abandoned Salah. Chapter 3. The Grudge-Holder. Fasting with a heart of stone. Ramadan is the month of forgiveness, yet some fast with hearts heavier than the mountains, clinging to grudges, nursing old wounds, refusing to let go. The Prophet said, "The gates of paradise open every Monday and Thursday. Allah forgives everyone except those who harbor hatred." Muslim. Allah's mercy is limitless, but conditional. He says, "Let them pardon and overlook. Do you not wish for Allah to forgive you?" Quran 24:22. Every second you withhold forgiveness, you reject Allah's command. Every grudge you nurture, you build a wall between yourself and Jannah. The Prophet warned, on the day of resurrection, Allah will say, "Take the reward of whoever honored my guest," the fasting person. Then He will add, "Except for so-and-so and so-and-so, they abandoned my forgiveness by refusing to forgive my servants." Paraphrase. Ask yourself, is your pride worth eternal loss? Let Ramadan melt your grudges. Forgive, not for them, but for Allah. 4. The hypocritical faster, indulging in haram post-iftar. Beware the hypocrite faster. They avoid halal food by day, but devour haram actions by night. Music, vulgarity, gossip, haram earnings. They pause sins only during fasting hours. The Prophet warned, many a faster gains nothing but hunger, and many a night prayer gains nothing but sleeplessness. Ibn Majah. Visual. A person locking their fridge at dawn, but unlocking haram desires at sunset. Allah says, O you who believe, fasting is prescribed for you as it was for those before you, that you may attain taqwa. Quran 2:183. Taqwa isn't selective piety. It's a full-time shield against sin. If your eyes, ears, and limbs return to disobedience after iftar, your fast is a charade. The Prophet said, the one who fasts must avoid falsehood, ignorance, and shouting. If someone insults them, let them say, I am fasting. Bukhari. Your fast isn't a license to sin. It's armor against sin. Act accordingly. 5. The show-off, faster, seeking praise, not Allah's pleasure. The most insidious danger, fasting for applause, not Allah, complaining about hunger for sympathy, flaunting I'm fasting to seem pious, or fasting to fit in, all are acts of riyah, show-off. The Prophet said, the first to be judged will be a martyr, scholar, and charitable person, all hurled into hellfire for seeking praise. Muslim. Visual. Social media likes transforming into chains, dragging a person downward. Allah says, they have their reward in this world. Quran 2:200. Every mashallah, you're so strong, you crave steals your eternal reward. The cure? Ikhlas, sincerity. Fast in silence. Suffer in silence. Let Allah alone witness your struggle. The Prophet said, Allah says, fasting is for me, and I alone will reward it. Bukhari. Protect your fast from the evil eye of ego. Ramadan is a lifeline, a chance to rewrite your destiny. But heed Jibril's chilling dua. May he perish who witnesses Ramadan without gaining forgiveness. Ahmad. The Prophet replied, Ameen. Will you be that person? Don't let your fast be in vain. Control your tongue. Pray with khushu. Forgive fiercely. Abandon haram. Seek Allah alone. The clock is ticking. If this pierced your heart, comment, Ya Allah, accept my fasting and forgive my sins. Your words may inspire others. Like, share, and subscribe. It costs nothing but earns divine rewards. May Allah grant us sincerity, accept our fast, and make us among the people of Jannah. Ameen.